Oh, hello, hello. I literally did just wake up. I've been up for like 15 minutes. I keep doing this thing where I fall asleep before stream, and I keep not getting prepared. Oh. I am never escaping sleepy. Today though, I don't know if you can even read. It won't let me break text on my text box there. We're playing milk. Inside a bag of milk, inside a bag of milk. This is a visual novel about milk. Psychological horror visual novel about milk. I first saw this game was played by Anemache Hanabi of Sundaria, and I thought it was super awesome. I didn't see as much of this game as I saw of milk outside a bag of milk, outside a bag of milk. But I was still very interested. I've had it for a little while now. And I'm very, very excited to be playing it. I do so love my psychological horror, and I do so love visual novels. I'm not sure how long this is gonna be. I know this game does have, like, kind of branching paths, but I'm not sure exactly how long this will take us. Drums blown out by the audio. And then tomorrow will be milk outside a bag of milk. Outside a bag. I had this horrible thing where for some reason I woke up after my nap with a weirdly intense headache, but only sometimes. I don't know if this has ever happened to anyone else. I wish I was... Every time I wake up, I'm like, I wish I could sleep for another 2 hours, but I have to go to class. That so is the pain of being a university student. I honestly cannot wait until next semester where I will have one class and then job opportunity and then like job responsibility. Can do nothing else. I will be sleeping for a long time. Did I put the... I think I updated. Maybe you'll probably toss it up. I should probably... Yeah, been a little while. Boom. God, OBS. Everything. Boom. This is the schedule for the week. Like I said, today we've got milk outside a bag, or inside a bag of milk. Inside a bag of milk. And tomorrow we have milk outside a bag of milk, outside a bag of milk. Then I'm off for 3 days. And then we come back Sunday, 2 p.m. with a start of Corpse Party. The classic. Really excited to play it. So enough stalling around. I've been fucking around for too long already. Wish I could find the way to just like split the audio mixer and the sources tab in OBS so I could like see them both. That doesn't seem to be possible. Unless... Oh, it is possible. Okay, there we go. That's a lot better. So everything's cramped on this tiny ass monitor. Okay. Well, that should be better at least. Alright. Now enough dicking around. Boom. Select screen. Nikita Rat. I forgot, this is a Russian game as well. Translated to English. Made by Nikita Kirakov. F for windowed full screen, V for audio. Help me buy milk. Okay. Write down your name. I walk down the road to the store and rehearse my speech. been so long since I've been out of the house that I completely forget what words to say when entering the store. I'm going to the store. Shut up and go already. Hey, aren't you supposed to help me? I take a deep breath of air. Hello, can I... Crap, I forgot. 19th attempt, and I'm failing again. I bite my lip in frustration. So once again, hello, can I get... Wow, that's a whole word more. Thank you, I'm trying my best. I think this time the I sound was longer than usual. Do you think that's it? Who knows? Hello, can I wish I hadn't said anything. I don't think we should be mean. We're gonna be nice. Don't worry, it's alright. Okay. By the way, you've been walking with your left foot on the pavement and your right foot on the grass for a full minute now. What? My right foot is frozen in the air. How much? 50 steps on the pavement and 51 in the grass. You have to undo the previous step. How do you imagine that? It's not the first time this has happened. Been taught the right way, haven't you? Come on. I don't remember. I'm ready to burst into tears. Here we go again. So, step 1, take a step back to get your foot exactly in your own footprint. Wait a minute, what do you mean step 1? What then? But it's already the 52nd, or... Wait, I'm going backwards, so then it's the 50th. It doesn't add up. Okay, step 50. Take a step back to get your own foot exactly in your own footprint. Could you rephrase it just a little bit? You can't just repeat a phrase without changing at least one word. People don't talk like that. You're hopeless. You make it sound like it's my fault. The store closes in an hour, so... You'll be very guilty if you don't buy milk. Damn, really? Well, are you ready? Hell yes. I carefully move my foot backward, looking carefully into the dense grass. As I enter the store, I turn to the first person I see. Hello, can I... What? Oh. Excuse me, 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 what? Oh. You shouldn't have done that. He's obviously not going to change his lines. You run the risk of ending up in an endless loop. Excuse me, what? Oh. 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 What? Oh. What is he trying to tell you? He's trying to scare me, but how do you know that I'm terrified by the letter O? What's so scary about it? I have a frightening image when I picture it in my head. I can show you. Explaining won't be enough, but keep in mind that it'll cost me a... I didn't even get to finish reading that. Just in my face. Something like that. So I'll just continue to ignore his question. What? Oh. What? Oh. What? Oh. What? What? Oh. I gather all my will into a fist. Oh? Oh. My interlocutor shook and crawled away. Achievement unlocked. Oh. You just beat it after him. It worked. Do it more often. Wait, I said he crawled away. Did he really crawl away? I mean, I didn't even look in his direction. When exactly did you say that? Just now. Personally, I didn't hear it. He just tried to distract me. I didn't know that my words were shown on the screen. We're getting meta. I'm standing by the shelves. On the rack there are bags of milk. Oh no, it's Canada! Bagged milk? It's Canada. Disgusting. Where are the Canadians? Where are my Canadian friends? I need to laugh at them for putting their milk in bags. It's a crime against humanity. Disgusting. We both stand, and the milk lies? Or maybe... Hey, slow down. Do you remember why you're here? To buy milk. So buy it. Right here? What do you expect me to say? I guess something like not here? Not here. Take the bag and go to the cash register. I guess the first sentence. And you, as if out of spite, didn't pause between the second one. You want to rob me of my little victories? I sigh and reach out to take the milk, or rather, the bag with the milk inside. Or rather, a bag of milk inside a bag. Or rather, a bag of milk inside a bag of milk. Or rather, a bag of milk inside a bag of milk inside a bag of milk. We can't just leave with the bag. What about some good old theft? I can't deny that. We should just steal the milk. Also, hey Manji, welcome to the stream. We're buying milk. We're not thieving it, we are buying it. Or rather, a bag of milk inside a bag of milk inside... Come on. 15 minutes before the store closes. Hurry up. Where's all the dads? I have some terrible news. I have terrible news, Manji. We went to the wrong milk store. I remember what these games are called. Visual novels. And by the way, the numbers are written there in full with letters. Are visual novels worse than books? But there the authors are not lazy, so don't get lazy either. Wait, I thought only your thoughts were visible on the screen. Not anymore, so watch your mouth. Hehe. Anyway, you heard me. Hurry up or you'll get it at home again. I'm on my way. Hello, can I get some milk, please? You have it. I wanted to see all the dads packed in the store like sardines. No, they all go to different, like, there are many regional milk stores, and, you know, that's where the dads of that region go. We went to an unpopulated regional milk store. Ah. Give. I put a Waitley bag on the register. Of course, not just the bag, but the milk, too. Hi, can I have it, please? No. Please? No. But please, Mom will throw me out of the window if I get back without milk. Oh no, Mom's a defenestrator. I hate it when my mom defenestrates me. No. But why not? Not the window. Give more. But I don't have anything else. Hey. What? Pay for the milk. Really? What would I do without you? I take a crumpled bill out of my pocket and hand it over to the cashier. He starts to carefully examine it. It took about 2 days before he nodded contentedly and put it in the cash register. Thank you. Goodbye. We've acquired the milk. I walk down a familiar street, past a gas station. A bag of milk unpleasantly tugs at my hand, reminding me of the days when I was in physical What is this? Kato is Shoujo? This is a Hiseo line. This is like an Act 1 Hiseo line when he's going to the grocery store. The milk tugged at my hand as I walked up the hill. Reminded me of how weak I've become. We getting some throwback to older projects? By the way, they gave me a bag at the checkout, so now I'm carrying a bag of milk in another bag. Don't think anything of it, I just love the pyramidal structure of verbal constructions. This is what being Canadian does to you. This is a game about the horrors of being Canadian. This is what happens to all Canadians. The gas station is getting closer. How are you feeling? Thank you for your interest. I feel like a mile-long bar of ice cream. What is it supposed to mean? Where's Valor Deville to confirm or not? Exactly. They're scared. They didn't show up because they knew the truth about Canada would be revealed in this game. As if I'd tell you. But I'm really interested. Well, look. The ratio of water to milk and the volume of air occupied by me is about 30-1. And yeah, ice cream is not the best. Unless you want to drink more than to eat. Anyway, the road from the store to the gas station is a stick, and the long road from the gas station to home is ice cream. Finally, we're revealing all of Canada's secrets. We are. This is a Canada expose. Putting Canada on blast. During today's walk, my body has been to every part of this path. Simple math. I see. I feel movement under my feet. Asphalt grains, petrol stains. I'm trying to keep my balance. How do people move over something as uneasy as the city plane? Gently, head, toe. I count in my heel toe. I count in my mind every meter of the path I walk. I even close my eyes for more concentration. Hey, watch out. Huh? I unconsciously take a sharp step to the side. At the same moment, a huge bear rushes past me with a wild screech. This is Canada. Hey, I'm walking here. Hey, I'm walking here. You fucking bear? What's a bear doing in downtown Boston? I'm fucking walking here, bud. Get your own side of the sidewalk, eh? Turn you into my clam chowder. I have now offended both Canada and Boston in this stream. I hate it when bears almost crash into me. Common occurrence. At least in Canada. Or Boston, apparently. I cast a reproachful glance at the swiftly departing giants. His red eyes, in turn, look at me with mockery. I hate getting mocked by bears. Silently. Did you see that? How brazen. It was a truck? Oh, really? Although if you think about it, are there bears with eyes on the back of their heads? You could have died. Damn brazen red-eyed bear. It's also a truck now. Come on, are you saying something would seriously want to kill an innocent girl carrying a bag of milk? The world is a cruel and dangerous place. Not in the world you're talking about. Okay. You almost got isekai'd by a bear, sis. I wonder what would happen with that. I mean, getting hit by a tank brought me here. That hurt a lot, by the way. Don't get hit by a tank. Also, Sorty, welcome to the stream. I'm glad you could make it out. My journey continues. If you think about it, the road from the store has one interesting property. It adjusts to me in the most bizarre ways. When I am in a hurry, all the traffic lights turn off helpfully. When I feel like crying, a cloud appears over me and pours rain streams that hide my tears. Right now, I can feel a cloud slowly gathering over the top of my head. I'm sad. Are you sure this is really happening? What else could it be? Has it ever occurred to you that it is all just in your head? That's not what the manual said at all. Apparently, these pills don't work for me either. The pills have nothing to do with it. Please, I just want to get home and go to bed. I really, really am grateful to you, but please, no more. You have to accept the truth. No! 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 Hi. Looks like Hoshiuta doesn't help me at all. Uh-oh. I guess I'll try something else next time. Oh, we failed. Okay. Again? We can do it this time. Oh, that's cool. I walked down the road to the store and rehearsed my speech. It's been so long. Oh. Okay, so hold on. There are only 3 achievements for this game, by the way. It doesn't. I think Hoshiuta pills are hard to swallow. I guess we'll just play until we get the 3rd achievement. I think you've been fired. I think so too. It's been so long since I've been out of the house that I completely forget what words to say when entering a store. I'm going to the store. Who are you talking to? I'm imagining as if I were a character in a game. What if it helped me gather my thoughts? What game? Oh, why am I congested? Well, you know, there are games where you can see the character's thoughts. Right on the screen, you know. So I thought if someone is reading my mind, I need to be very focused so I don't blurt out too much. I take a deep breath of air. Hello, can I... Crap, I forgot. Game developer's really nice to me, by the way. I one day added them on Twitter because I wanted to code the speak noise in Ren'Py, and they gave me an entire script. Oh! That is very nice. Yeah, I think the dev for this game does seem kind of... Just from like the way he's writing and like kind of this other stuff I've seen, he's very cool, very chill. 19th attempt, and I'm failing again. I bite my lip in frustration. So once again, hello, can I get... Wow, that was that's a whole word more. Thank you, I'm trying my best. I think this time the I sound was longer than usual. Max hates coffee, welcome to the stream, glad you could make it out. Are you the same one as Sukasa hates coffee? I think this time the ice... Oh yeah, I said that. Do you think that's it? Who knows? A little bit of this... Okay, yeah. No, that's alright, that's alright. Just wanted to make sure. Who knows? Hello, can I... Wish I hadn't said anything. All good, all good. I kind of figured with the hates coffee part of it, you might have been the same person. We'll keep with it with this. Okay. By the way, you've been walking with your left foot on the pavement and your right foot on the grass for a full minute now. What? My right foot is frozen in the air. How much? 50 steps on the pavement and 51 in the grass. You have to undo the previous step. What game is it? Looks very cool. This is called Milk Inside a Bag of Milk. Inside a Bag of Milk. It is a Russian-developed psychological horror visual novel about going to the store and buying a bag of milk. Very Canadian. How do you imagine that? It's not the first time this has happened. You've been taught the right way, haven't you? Come on. I don't remember. I'm ready to burst into tears. Here we go again. So, step 1, take a step back to get your foot exactly in your own footprint. Wait a minute, what do you mean step 1? What then? But it's already the 52nd, or... Wait, I'm going backwards, so then it's the 50th. It doesn't add up. Okay. step 50. Take a step back to get your own foot exactly in your own footprint. Could you rephrase it just a little bit? You can't just repeat a phrase without changing at least one word. People don't talk like that. You're hopeless. You make it sound like it's my fault. Store closes in an hour, so... you will be very, very guilty if you don't buy milk. Damn, really? Well, are you ready? Hell yes. I carefully move my foot backward, looking carefully into the dense grass. Oh god, this part. As I enter the store, I turn to the first person I see. Hello, can I... Alright. I'm not repeating the same words again. Excuse me, oh. Oh. What? You know, I'm terrified by the letter O. Show you, explaining won't be enough, but keep in mind it'll cost me a dozen nerve cells. Here's the O. Oh. Yeah. He'll just continue to ignore his question. What? What? Oh. What? Oh. What? Oh. Looks like a black hole. Yeah! Oh. Oh. And then he dissolves like a... and crawled away. You just repeat it after him. And it worked. Do it more often. What? Oh. Wait, I said he crawled away. Did he really crawl away? I mean, I didn't even look in his direction. When exactly did you say that? Just now. Personally, I didn't hear it. You're just trying to distract me. But I know that my words were shown on the screen. Standing by the shelves. On the rack, there are bags of milk. We both stand, and the milk lies? Or maybe... Hey, slow down. Do you even remember why you're here? To buy milk. So buy it. Right here? What do you expect me to say? I guess something like, not here? Not here. Take the bag and go to the cash register. I guess the first sentence. And you, as if out of spite, didn't pause before the second one. You want to rob me of my little victories? I sigh and reach out to take the milk, or rather, the bag with the milk inside. Or rather, a bag of milk inside a bag. Or rather, a bag of milk inside a bag of milk. Or rather, a bag of milk inside a bag of milk inside a bag. Or rather, a bag of milk inside a bag of milk inside... Come on, come on. Very easy task, but the game made this task very hard. Once you get past the surface of it, it makes a lot more sense. There's a lot more elements to it. 15 minutes before the store closes. Hurry up. I remembered what these games are called. Visual novels. And by the way, the numbers are written there in full with letters. Are visual novels worse than books? But there the authors are not lazy, so don't get lazy either. Wait, I thought only your thoughts were visible on the screen. Not anymore, so watch your mouth. I think this can be clear for people of a certain age. Yeah, that's kind of the... There's an underlying theme of, like, mental illness. Anyway, you heard me. Hurry up, or you'll get it at home again. I'm on my way. Grocery store full of people must be terrifying someone who's socially... Yeah? Hello, can I get some milk, please? You have it. Give. I put a weighty bag on the register. Of course, not just the bag, but the milk, too. Hi, can I have it, please? No. Please? No. Please, Mom will throw me out of the window if I get back without milk. No. But why not? Give more. But I don't have anything else. Hey. What? Pay for the milk. E.T. as a clerk. He does look very, very E.T.-ish. Kinda, you can barely tell where his, like, face stops. Really? What would I do without you? I take a crumpled bill out of my pocket and hand it to the cashier. He starts to carefully examine it. It took about 2 days before he nodded contentedly and put it in the register. Thank you, goodbye. I walk down a familiar street past a gas station. A bag of milk unpleasantly tugs at my hand, reminding me of the days when I was in physical therapy. By the way, they gave me a bag at the checkout, so now I am carrying a bag of milk in another bag. Don't think anything of it, I just love the pyramidal structure of verbal constructions. The gas station is getting closer. How are you feeling? Thank you for your interest. I feel like a mile-long bar of ice cream. What is that supposed to mean? As if I'd tell you. I'm really interested. Well, look, the ratio of water to milk and the volume of air occupied by me is about 30 to 1. And yeah, ice cream is not the best, unless you want to drink more than to eat. Anyway, the road from the store to the gas station is a stick, and the road from the gas station to home is ice cream. Soundtrack just makes me more afraid, and I'm alone in bed with the... Oh, no. I'm a very big fan of this soundtrack, I cannot lie. Honestly, yeah, the ideal method of taking in stuff like this. That's how I'm gonna watch Serial Experiments Lane later. Not tonight, but I'm gonna find a weekend and, like, sit down and watch Serial Experiments Lane for an entire day. Anyway, the road from the store to the gas station is a stick, and the road from the gas station to home is ice cream. The immersion, yes. Immerse yourself in the horror. During today's walk, my body has been to every part of this path. Simple math. I see. I feel movement under my feet. Asphalt grains, petrol stains. I'm trying to keep my balance. And how do people move over something as uneven as the city plain? Gently, heel toe. I count in my mind every meter of the path I walk. I even close my eyes for more concentration. Hey, watch out. Huh? I unconsciously take a sharp step to the side. At the same moment, a huge bear rushes past me with a wild screech. Hey, I'm walking here. I cast a reproachful glance at the swiftly departing giant. Its red eyes, in turn, look at me with mockery. Did you see that? How brazen. It was a truck. Oh, really? Although if you think about it, are there bears with eyes on the back of their heads? You could have died. Come on, are you saying someone would seriously want to kill an innocent girl carrying a bag of milk? The world is a cruel and dangerous place. I'm not in the world you're talking about. My journey continues. If you think about it, the road from the store has one interesting property. It adjusts to me in the most bizarre ways. When I am in a hurry, all the traffic lights turn off helpfully. When I feel like crying, a cloud appears over me and pours rain streams that hide my tears. Right now I can feel a cloud slowly gathering over the top of my head. I'm sad. Are you sure this is really happening? What else could it be? You know what? What? Since I'm a character in a visual novel, I want to talk to whoever's reading this right now. Oh god, we're getting meta. If you say so. I forcefully squeeze my head with my hands and place a thought block. Out of the corner of my eye, I notice a small bench, the perfect place for a cliched visual novel monologues. I move closer, place a noticeably weighted bag of milk next to it, and raise my head to the sky. Listen, I'm a little embarrassed. I realize that I'm going crazy. Medications are becoming less and less effective, so... Ultimately, things will happen painlessly, I hope. Do you know what I'm talking about? I can't think of nightmares I've had, honestly. This person is very well informed of standard Vienna cliches and like... Alright, chat, what's our answer to her question? What is she talking about? I have free reign to type whatever. Arrhythmia. An alien. Just type in the entire arrhythmia thing from Kanama Shoujo. Think very carefully. Very, very carefully. VTuber. Just type arrhythmia. One vote for arrhythmia, one vote for VTubers. We do not have an even consensus right now. I don't think either of these are the right answer, though. I'm gonna look up what the right answer is so we can put it in later. There we go, we can... Oh, that's milk outside. I want milk inside. There's a couple endings, so... I'm gonna type... I think we'll go with arrhythmia because that's what, no, I think I want to see what it is. Okay, I actually needed to find this guide before, but I was asleep. Oh, I believe you can write any... Oh no, that's a different part. There's something good to see what happens, just find the answer on Google. Oh, I guess we can just actually type... You can just type that. So this is called This is the achievement Milk Bot. Please capitalize it, you're ruining the narrative. Oh, sorry. Really? You must be nothing like the model protagonist at all, huh? To be honest, I haven't read many visual novels. Sometimes I regret it because now it costs me a lot of effort just to distinguish between letters and words. By the way, if you don't mind, I'd rather not name my diagnoses. Let at least you be the one who sees me for who I am. Even though I made you up, don't take that away from me, okay? Don't ask me for too much. How stupid does this all seem? From the very beginning, you've been following me, reading my delusional thoughts, hearing my silly conversations. That must seem crazy and weird to you. What is it like to see the world through my eyes? Ever since something happened, all I see is red. Red blood everywhere. No, don't worry about me, I got used to it a long time ago. Admittedly, I'd even forgotten what other colors look like. Come on. Those monsters from the store, they didn't scare me at all. After all, I know they won't hurt me. Sometimes I think that they themselves are afraid of me. Can you imagine that? By the way, if you want to ask me what happened, please don't. Promise? Maybe? I'm serious. Of course, you couldn't help but ask. In the end, I'm just talking to myself. Sooner or later, I would have brought it up. So you're really that interested in what happened to me? I won't waste time. What do you see? Okay, so we can try multiple things here. Looks like a face. Trying to think what... Try the answer. This answer. Right. This is my dad. Some of his parts, at least. We do have a very difficult family. But despite all the problems, I never would have thought. Sorry, I shouldn't have raised my voice. Anyway, he jumped out of the window and died. This is my last memory. Then... a long gap. This is a vegan version of a Rorschach test. It really kinda is. I can't interpret these images. Strange. Very strange. Today is the first time I've ever been able to buy something in a store without a major incident. Of course, the medicine helped me, however. I think it's more your merit. I kept thinking, we mustn't screw up in front of the reader, or, oh my god, what will he think? I don't know why I decided to become a visual novel character for the sake of going to the store today, but it clearly paid off. Thank you. By the way, it seems to me that there are some boundaries in our communication. That's how I like it. And yet, I've been so sad lately. I've been thinking more and more about my life, what my life has become. Ever since my dad... well, you know. Day after day, it's the same thing. I've tried so many medications that I hardly feel any difference between them anymore. As long as they help keep me on my feet, I'm happy. But you know what? Today is a special day, because I have you. There's so much I want to tell you. That was very rude of you. Oh no. I'm not going to pressure you. I'm just advising you to go home. I understand. Well, dear reader, shall we go? When I get to my floor, I hang over the railing. Repeating this action every day like a ritual. I stopped being afraid of heights altogether. Since you needed emotional support. I sure hope nothing traumatic happens. We have been psychologically scarred by the milk. A few minutes ago, the effects of the medicine finally wore off, so I just enjoy the blissful silence. When I'm under the influence of drugs, terrible and unpleasant melodies sound in my head. Mixing with the sounds of the world around me, they create a terrible dissonance in my head. I turn around and go to my apartment. Oh. Hello. Did you bring the milk? Hi, Mom. Did you bring the milk? Yes, Mom. Did your new medicine help? Yes, Mom. Go to bed. Yes, Mom. Achievement unlocked. Milkbot. I think that's all the roots in this. To be honest, I think there's not much else. There's a couple things I want to try. Milk. I won't read it unless it's new dialogue, but I do want to try a couple things. Want to see what again if we use it a third time. Okay. We did it. We completed one task. A walk down the sea. Yeah. All right. We'll see if this gives... I think this might give us what we got the first time. All right. Word more. Don't insult me, please. Alright. So that's... I'm guessing this gives us what I think we got. I think this gets it? Yep. Alright. Not me at all. Guess I'll try something else next time. Okay, I want to... I think there's only 3, like, total things for this, so... I want to get back to that, Alright, as I skip through everything, I'll do... This is, not exactly what I expected from this. Like I said, I didn't see a lot of it, but I know the next game, Milk Outside a Bag of Milk, Outside a Bag of Milk, is a lot... Oh, whoops. Keep clipping over here. I do really like this, though. Like, the way that this, like... Especially the fact that it's such, like, a nice, tightly compacted package. And just the way it presents its theme, like, these images are really good. It's good atmosphere. I like the explanation they had for, the sound, like, this music. If you heard you say, it's like, the medicine gives her these sounds that she hears, and that's what this music is. I think that's a really, really cool little part to it. Hey, Theo. Go to school tomorrow. No problem, no problem. You have seen all the game has to offer, so. Your thoughts about the game is ambiguous enough to leave room for discussion. I will try and compact my thoughts. Alright. Oh. And yeah, good luck with class tomorrow. Max hates coffee or Tsukasa hates coffee. Max? I'll just go with Max. Alright. Yeah, I'm super interested to play the next one now. That's for tomorrow. Alright. Bag of milk inside a bag of milk inside a bag of milk. Yeah, I'll try and put together coherent thoughts about this game. Bag. Oh. I wonder what would happen with it. I kind of want to... I think you might just get, like, a game over. But I think the option of these choices kind of says more than whatever would actually be said. Because you are like a thought in this protagonist's mind. You have the chance to be a negative thought. Like that's kind of how you get the bad part. Is you're a negative thought. All right. I guess there are multiple ways you can just get that that bad end part. Just walk. I'm walking it. That's it. That part's really interesting. These choices are so interesting too. Makes me wish there was like a save function so I could like save and see what gets said. This isn't gonna like... You just had to say it, didn't you? Okay. They'll have their own little bits of dialogue. I have to play it very safe though. I made a misstep with my first choice, so... For one of the first ones. We did that one. Could hurt your recovery. All right. The monologue. Going crazy. The medications are becoming less and less effective, so things will happen painlessly, I hope. Really? Must be nothing like the model protagonist at all, huh? To be honest, I haven't read many visual novels. Sometimes I regret it because now it costs me a lot of effort just to distinguish between letters and words. By the way, if you don't mind, I'd rather not name my diagnoses. Let at least you be the one who sees me for who I am. Even though I made you up, don't take that away from me, okay? Don't ask me for too much. How stupid does this all seem? From the very beginning, you've been following me, reading my delusional thoughts, hearing my silly conversations. It must seem crazy and weird to you. What is it like to see the world through my eyes? Ever since something happened, all I see is red. Red blood everywhere. No, don't worry about me. I got used to it a long time ago. Admittedly, I'd even forgotten what other colors look like. Come on. Those monsters from the store, they didn't scare me at all. After all, I know they won't hurt me. Sometimes I think that they themselves are afraid of me. Can you imagine that? By the way, if you want to ask me what happened, please don't. I'm serious. Of course, he couldn't help but ask. In the end, I'm just talking to myself. Sooner or later, I would have brought it up. So you're really that interested in what happened to me? I won't waste time. What do you see? I'm gonna try the other option for this one. Death. Anyway. Okay, so you just kind of skips past it. Some of his parts, at least. We do have a very difficult family, but despite all the problems, I never would have thought. Sorry, I shouldn't have raised my voice. Anyway, he jumped out the window and died. This is my last memory, and a long gap. Strange, very strange. Today is the first time I've ever been able to buy something in a store without a major incident. Of course, the medicine helped me, however. I think it's more your merit. I kept thinking, we mustn't screw up in front of the reader, or, oh my god, what will he think? I don't know why I decided to become a visual novel character, for the sake of going to the store today, but it clearly paid off. Thank you. By the way, it seems to me that there are some boundaries in our communication. That's how I like it. And yet I've been so sad lately. I've been thinking more and more about what my life has become, ever since my dad... Well, you know. Day after day, it's the same thing. I've tried so many medications that I hardly feel any difference between them anymore. As long as they help keep me on my feet, I'm happy. But you know what? Today is a special day because I have you. There's so much I want to tell you, you can't even imagine. That was very rude of you. Oh no. I'm not going to pressure you. I'm just advising you to go home. I understand. Well, dear reader, shall we go? That part's really interesting. When I get to my floor, I hang over the railing. Repeating this action every day like a ritual, I stopped being afraid of heights altogether. A few minutes ago, the effects of the medicine finally wore off, so I just enjoy the blissful silence. When I am under the influence of drugs, terrible and unpleasant melodies sound in my head. Mixing with the sounds of the world around me, they create a terrible dissonance in my head. I turn around and go to my apartment. There's Mom. Did you bring the milk? Hi, Mom. Did you bring the milk? Yes, Mom. Did your new medicine help? Yes, Mom. Go to bed. Yes, Mom. I guess I'll try and have a conversation about it. My thoughts, I suppose, not a conversation. I guess the place to start would be, like, she never names her diagnosis. I guess if I had to kind of take a guess at what it would be. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a psychologist in the slightest. I took one psychology course in high school. I don't understand much. If I say anything that is, like, not great or very unbacked by psychological study, it's because I don't know. I mean, definitely a part of it is trauma. Like, some sort of, early PTSD triggered by what happened to her father. I think the easy answer would be, like, schizophrenia as well, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's actually part of it, because I don't know how far the character construction in her head goes. Like, I don't know if that's just something she tried, or if that's, like, a thing she does. That I'm very not sure about. I think the trauma part is definitely, like, a part of it. I think there's kind of no denying that. She was traumatized by what happened to her dad. I do kind of lean toward the idea of, like, rapidly worsening schizophrenia because of a lot of the dialogue choices. Or options you have, like the one to just insult her. I think that like, kind of just those, like, crude thoughts. That the, like, everybody hates you, or your pathetic ones. I think that's kind of definitely a some indicator of. I know schizophrenia and split personality are very much not the same thing. But I don't think it'd be split personality. That feels like not. I haven't thought about schizophrenia. I thought the root answer was just her self-loathing. That's possible. Yeah, it could be a simple bipolar. Yeah, I split personality is the old term for it. That's my bad. I don't know why that was the one that came to my mind. Bipolar is the one used more. Brain. I read all these things and they stay in my head and I forget. Yeah. It could. I do think it could also be that that level of like she's battling some sort of just like depression, and that's how she's dealing with it. But I did think like it did make me think about the schizophrenia part, because she says it's getting worse. I don't know if her saying it's getting worse and hopes it's painless is her referring to like some sort of eventual mental degeneration, or a darker theme of something, maybe like suicide. I don't know if that's like, if the time she's talking to us out of the like the quotation marks with the sound accompanying it, and when she's talking through the monologue text box, I don't know if that's two different parts of her personality, or like a part where it's like she has her outward thoughts that are displayed through the quotation marks, and then her inner thoughts are displayed through the monologue. I don't know if that's, maybe that's something it was going for as well, that it's there's some part inside of her that has kind of internalized the fact that the medicine, like if it's depression, like the medicine for depression isn't working, and that she knows what might end up being her inevitable course of action. Or if it's something causing her to like actually mentally deteriorate. But again, I'm not sure if that's even a thing, because I'm not like, I'm not a psychologist or a neurosurgeon. I'm very much just a guy. I mean, I'm majoring in sports. I'm majoring in sport management. This is not the furthest, that is one of the furthest things from neuroscience. But yeah, I don't know. Like, it's certainly left up for interpretation. It's a lot of very ambiguous parts of it. I guess it would kind of just go down to how exactly one interprets what they're presented, because I mean, it's kind of how it is in every piece of media where they give you multiple, they give you just information, and then yeah, sports management, it's all the higher ups. Majoring in sports is not the correct word. The correct term is sport management, but yeah, I'm very much not a neurosurgeon or a psychologist. Considering the head trauma that goes on in sports, it can be good to. That's, so it's funny you bring that up. That's actually more for people who major in kinesiology. Kinesiology is more that kind of schools of kinesiology house athletic medicine degrees, which is what that would be for. But interesting that you brought that up. Yeah, I think just with like how the games give you like any kind of media that just presents things and doesn't give an interpretation to it, I think you get that sort of like, well, it can go this way, or it can go this way, or it can go this way. And not to just continue to bring up Kanawa Shoujo, but I think more and more about like when you play games like this without interpretation, I think more and more about like things that Rin says about art. That is the great thing about art, exactly. You're following my train of path here. That idea that, like, art is never really something that you can... The artist can put as many of their feelings that, like, they can put... Big shame when creators literally step in to give their train of thought behind their piece. I agree somewhat. I don't think it's bad all the time. But I do think that, like, there are times when an artist, an author, a creator would need to kind of step in and say, like, this is what I'm intending. Especially if you drag into, like, very controversial subjects, that would, like, have a negative, reflection on, like, the writer. Stepping in for that kind of thing, I get. And then, I think for a lot of things, though, like, especially, this is going to go on another tangent. I had my own thing a couple weeks ago where I thought about the complete, I guess, not to use the word degeneration for, like, a fifth time, but the degeneration of the horror genre. Definitely not intend to promote hate, but I think they shouldn't. Yeah, I kind of think, yeah, I have a definite respect for artists who or creators who leave their games up for interpretation. Who leave who leave the things they make up for interpretation, who, like, don't always come out and explain everything. They leave mysteries in there. I like that. Brings me to point, like, there's been a serious degeneration of the horror genre. I in all forms of media, I think I'd have to say. It is so rare that you get something kind of like this. I get, like, something like this, something like the game at, like, Milk Outside a Bag of Milk, something like I've seen a little bit of gameplay of it, and I was thinking about it, like Signal Simulator, and you see, like, I see it especially in games and anime, and movies too, I suppose. The just dissolving of anything mystery driven or psychological in horror these days. There's none of that really left anymore. Like, it's so rare when you find a piece of media that does that psychological horror. I remember exactly what brought this up when I first thought about it. It was the Backrooms. Because I think the Backrooms are a fascinating concept. I think that idea and, like, images of it, it's why I like liminal spaces too. But, like, that concept is really, really good. It's visceral. It's perplexing to the mind. But I remember seeing something about Backrooms where it's just they realize, like, that whole thing where, oh, the thing in the back, there's a monster in the Backrooms and it's hunting, like, that's fucking boring. That's so incredibly boring. I legitimately hate, like, monster or killer driven horror. I think it's completely dry and boring. You have to do a lot with it to get it to be good, but, like, just slapping a monster in the Backrooms, or, like, I guess even, like, you look at, like, Slender stuff. Oh, it's just a tall figure who chases you around and kills you. Boring. Five Nights at Freddy's. Boring. Like, not even the... Yeah, people adding monsters to things that don't need them is terrible. Especially when it's just, like, generic, large, big, hulking thing that kills you. If you're gonna do a monster, which I already don't think you should do, I think you should do something psychological. To just keep using that word, I'll just keep using the same words over and over again. Psychological to the monster. Add something that that fucks with you, that messes with your mind and makes you think. It affects the way you think about it. It is why I absolutely love H.P. Lovecraft's works. H.P. Lovecraft was a terrible person. He was a terrible racist. But he's dead now, so I will read, like, I don't care about what he did. He's dead now. His work is legitimately incredible. And I understand, like, the things he's, like, a lot of his stuff is very thinly veiled, like, racism. But when you can push aside that veneer when you're reading it, like, obviously you should still think about it, but you can push it aside and think about, like the horrors that he conjures up and the way it affects people. I love it. I love the way he wrote that. There's not enough of that kind of horror nowadays. That whole sense of, like, Lovecraftian has been lost, in a sense. It's, a lot of horror has really just evolved down to jump scare, spooky thing chasing you. Leave silent rooms to the point where you can hear on heartbeat, people stand to be already under. Yes, exactly. I like even the kind of horror where you don't have to think about how it's going. Like, you don't have to. You can make, like, the human mind makes horror. You don't need to add something scary to it. I have that same thing with analog horror. There's one analog horror thing I'm trying to. Local 58. Local 58 is the best analog horror I have ever seen, and that I will ever see, because I don't think there's anybody. Okay, actually, that's wrong. Dad is very good. Dad is very, very good with what it does, and it almost does it better than what Local 58 does. But I like what Local 58 does because it takes ordinary concepts and, like, fucks with them. Like that idea of late night TV. And it, like, twists them and makes you think of something. I like that. I love the way Local 58, because what Local 58 gets really well is the atmosphere. The atmosphere of Local 58. Yes, the late night TV you shouldn't be seeing because you had to be asleep. Seeing it anyway. The atmosphere they do with it is truly incredible. Yes, a lot, like, talking about a lot of the horror, like, so I said there's, like, been a degeneration of the horror genre. Because so much of it just relies on, like, loud jump scares, boom, something in your face, or something really big and grotesque. I'm trying to think of a good, like, I think the Five Nights at Freddy's puppets are a good example of that. It's just, it's, like, legitimately made just to, like, look creepy. There's nothing else about it. It's just, like, creepy. Like, oh, the robot's stuff is falling off its face. The thing with jump scares suck. Because it's not actual horror, it's literally involuntary reactions. All horror wants to be Silent Hill, yes. I feel like a lot of it is trying to be very cheap Silent Hill knockoffs, and they still can't capture the atmosphere that Silent Hill has. There's places for this kind of, like, monster-driven horror, but it's action horror. It's what Resident Evil's good at. Resident Evil's really good at that action horror. Things are trying to be like that, but they don't want to put the effort in to make an action horror game. Oh god, PT. PT is incredible. That's a really good point. Be FNAF. Yeah, like, it's either bad clones of Silent Hill or bad clones of, like, FNAF. I don't think the original FNAF's all that good either. The little lore points that it gives you over the phone with FNAF just aren't good enough. I'm not compelled by it. But PT, that is such a good example of incredible. Like, absolutely incredible. Legitimately horrifying, and games aren't realizing how it did what it did. They're just like taking the same elements and not putting any of like the heart, the atmosphere behind them. I'll always think of a game, The Prey, on the action horror genre front as well. Prey is really good with that. Like, we've had good action horror games, but so many of the ones that get big. Poppy's Playtime, that's one I see all over the place. No. It's so bland. It doesn't do anything. Like, I think the same with the new FNAF game, like Sister Location, I think it's called, or whatever the hell. Boring. Is there inspiration more as a crutch rather than a foundation to build upon? Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think about that thing of a foundation to build on and contribute to. Somehow SCPs have stayed that same way. Like, even if we get like, that's the wonder with SCP, because even if there's like these really boring ones, it's probably everyone don't have the clue what goes on in Poppy's Playtime. I feel like you're not. It's just a jump scare game. That's kind of what Outlast is too. I gotta be honest, like, Outlast is uncompelling. It's just jump scares. There's like a couple parts, I think. I'm trying to think. There was a game. I have it free on PS4, but I can't remember the name of it. I know Yura played it. Yura played it, but I can't remember what it was. Maybe she didn't play it. Maybe it was Ame. Let me find it. If it wants to let me, like... It was that one horror game under the sea. I cannot remember what the hell it was called. No, I have not seen Iron Lung. Not Iron Lung. It's got the robots. I don't know what Iron Lung is like, so if it sounds like it'd be up my alley. It was more of a survival. Where's it at? Yeah, and then like the end part of it is like there's a rocket. Not BioShock. I don't think BioShock's a horror game. Where the hell is it? Soma! Yes! Soma! That game is great. That does it really well. There's been good action horror games. Action horror games where you put your scary monsters. Don't do these like... So I love Soma. That is such a good game. There's like I said, there's good action horror games, but people keep making these really like soulless ones, like FNAF. Like the new FNAF game seems soulless. Poppy's Playtime is soulless. What is there to bring you in? Like people need to be taking inspiration from stuff like Dead Space. Because Dead Space is a great example of it. And there are people... Yes, so Soma's entire world is so good because they put so much effort into it. They put so much dedication into it. And there are, I will say, there are companies making action horror games based off of things like that. We've got Callisto Protocol coming out soon. I just want more of it. Is Dead enough? I'm surprised more haven't scrambled to fill their... Well, there's been a lot of people playing the original Dead Space games. And I think that's maybe what kind of sparked the interest in Callisto for Callisto Protocol, is just people are like, oh, this was cool. Maybe someone will do this again, and now they have. That Prey, like, Prey does a really, really good job. No, it's you are thinking of Callisto Protocol. It's not a remake, but it's by the same people who did Dead Space. It's like a spiritual successor, kind of. I don't know how related the stories are, but yeah. Yeah. I don't know, I think action horror is getting into a better spot, because I think Resident Evil 8 was good. Resident Evil 7, good. Like I said, I think that's where you should do your big monster, your chase scenes, you're shooting them, all that kind of stuff. Leave those to action horror games. If you're gonna do that, make an action game. But like the FNAF formula, I think is boring. I feel like I'm saying the same thing again. But I think if you're not gonna go the action game route, you should go more atmospheric. Don't just make a jump scare fest. I just thought about Amnesia. I didn't play enough of those, but there is a Dead... Is there really? Are they remaking a Dead Space game? Huh. Clock Tower. Oh, that's a good one too. Clock Tower. Yeah, like I think if you're not gonna go the action horror route, you should go the atmospheric, the general creepiness. Like it's why I'm excited to play Corpse Party. Because it's not just like, I know a lot of people when they hear about Corpse Party, they think shock horror. Yes, I 100% agree, Sorty. Like it's not just shock horror. Corpse Party's not just shock horror. It's like a legitimate, good, creepy, supernatural kind of thing. And I love how they do it. Actually, so it does bring me to one gripe that I think has really watered down that kind of psychological horror nowadays. And I think the culprit I have to blame is Doki Doki Literature Club. I think I have to place a little bit of blame on Dan Savaldo's feet, because I don't think, for being labeled psychological horror, that DDLC goes anywhere near as far as it should to be really deserving of that label. There's one scene, I will tell you exactly the one scene where I think DDLC peaked. It is the scene in the classroom after spoilers if you haven't seen DDLC. The scene where you sit in the classroom with Yuri after she's slit open her wrists, and the time just passes. That is the best scene in the entire game, and it's all downhill after that to me. I don't think it does enough. It just doesn't do enough. The Monica thing is not particularly compelling to me. It just feels like a redone form of yandere's, and that's kind of boring. I think like it just needed more. We haven't had, at least in the mainstream, I will say, we haven't had many mainstream examples of really good psychological horror. You have to really search to find that kind of stuff, and it's sad. You can do so many interesting things with the medium. Like, you can do so many interesting things with Ren'Py. All these other visual novel makers out there, and just nobody does it. Again, like I said, it started with movies. I will say, it started with movies. It started with shit like Paranormal Activity. And all those just complete jump scare fest movies. Your Turn to Die. Look this up. Hoshiuta Death Game. Episodic horror adventure game. I will definitely keep this. Is the one on... Oh, it's... There's apparently a Steam port of it? Your Turn to Die. Death Game by Majority? I will keep this... I will keep this on my radar. I will absolutely keep this on my radar. The last episode coming soon. Okay. I'll see either that or I'll check. Big Monsters left to pressure me too. Yep, I will absolutely keep it on my radar then. I've seen Battle Royale the movie. It's fine. I haven't seen much about Danganronpa. Strikes me as more silly. Like, I can't, like, I know it's about, like, high schoolers dying, but Danganronpa just gives me silly vibes. Like we do a little bit of silly. That is what I get from Danganronpa. As someone who's never interacted with it. Oh, there was something I saw on that webpage that brought it up to me. Oh yeah, okay, Omori. That's something I want to talk about a little bit. That does it well. I have seen the ending of Omori. I haven't played through Omori. But I've seen the ending of it because I watched Novella play it. The death. Okay, I'm glad that they play the deaths well. The rest of the game gives me silly vibes, but if they can play like the deaths well, I like it. Okay. Maybe you're selling me on Danganronpa. Maybe I'm being sold. I wanted to bring up Omori a little bit. I think Omori does it really well. You don't often get RPGs that deal with that kind of horror element. I think Omori probably does it the best. Anything that comes after it is going to have a high bar to reach. Oh, that was for YTTD. Okay, good. Okay. Less sold on Danganronpa now. There was something else I was thinking about, and now I've completely forgotten it. I was talking about Omori. Oh, in the vein of Danganronpa, but I think definitely better. Zero Escape. I'm not gonna put AI the Somnium Files in there because I don't get as many like horror vibes from AI the Somnium Files. A couple of deaths in DR are a little silly. Fair enough. Zero Escape. Those games. Deal with the death well. I think the silly deaths are intended. You're a terrible person for laughing at this nut. Oh. Yeah, I kind of don't like that. Maybe I'm right in kind of staying away from Danganronpa. Zero Escape. Absolutely fantastic. The way Zero Escape handles things is really good. That's a good example of it. It's not my, like... I probably should have prefaced with this. I'm a bit weird with how I like psychological horror. Because I really like that Lovecraftian kind of horror. I might do that, Manji. I might give that a try. But we'll see. The snail. That is completely meaningless without context, I have to say. It's really funny though. The snail. I'm very weird with psychological because I love Lovecraftian stuff. Is that said by the fucking bear? Is that a quote from the bear, Manji? I love the Lovecraftian stuff. I like that setting of different game. Okay. I like the idea of a setting where things are just slightly off. And like as you go further in, things start unraveling. I have a perfect example of what I'm talking about. There's a Netflix show called The Sandman. It is an adaptation of the first couple, I think it's the first like arc or two of this comic series from the 80s by Neil Gaiman. Neil Gaiman, amazing writer, by the way. Read Neil Gaiman's works. But The Sandman, there's an episode in there. For a brief context about the show, it follows the manifestation, basically, of dream, like he's Morpheus, like the guy who gives dreams. Seen at toward the end of, I think, would be the first arc of the actual comics. This guy has gotten a hold of this ruby that Morpheus uses to control dreams. It can draw dreams out. He's put a lot of his power into it. The guy who has it at that moment, it's been in his family for a while, and he modified it. And the entire episode takes place in this one diner. There are about 7 characters plus the guy who has the ruby. It starts early, like kind of early in the morning, and goes for a full like 24 hours in the diner. He's using the ruby. He wants to stop people who are lying. He wants everybody to be completely truthful. He thinks the world is very evil with lies. He hates liars. And so he's sitting in this diner, and we're getting context and backstory about all of the other 7 characters. We're learning more about what they want, and as he's using the ruby more, they reveal more and more of what they don't say usually. And it continues evolving and continues evolving because they're all keeping secrets. They'll have these lies that keep them cordial in society. The lies that the facades that they put on to not fracture all their relationships. As this man's using the ruby, more and more of that keeps coming out, and it keeps coming out. And it's bringing these conflicts to a head. It keeps bringing him to a head, constant conflicts over everything. And then it all kind of culminates when because they all split off into the different parts of the diners, and they were all talking about, they were all with one other character, just kept going and going, and then they all meet back up toward the end of it. And then it all devolves. They all start killing and maiming each other in what they perceive as acts of revenge for the lies that the others have been telling to them, how they act. And it's got that slow build, because in the entire time, in the background, there's a TV going, and that TV is telling snippets of what's happening at the time. If you listen more to the TV, society around them is completely collapsing. There's complete anarchy because of what this man's doing with the ruby. And it doesn't put it out in your face. You just kind of hear it in the background at certain parts. And it just keeps going, and it keeps going, and it keeps going. And then it comes into a head where Morpheus finally comes back, and he confronts the dude with the ruby in the dream world. And the dream world is hyper distorted. I'm not going to spoil any more of the ending of it, but it's so good. It is one of the finest episodes of anything I think I have ever seen. It's so... Part of what I love in horror is not big jump scares or anything like that. I like slow builds. I like that feeling that something is wrong. that things are not what they seem. And as you go on more and more, the things that are wrong get revealed. And revealed and revealed, and it leads to this bigger thing, and it's breaking people's minds. And I love that. I absolutely love it. And yes, I would absolutely recommend The Sandman. Amazing series. It is... I both recommend the TV series and the comics. Neil Gaiman is an amazing writer. Neil Gaiman had input on the Netflix series, which is why it's so good. You've been Uganda by milk for 2 years. I got lost. I definitely didn't abandon you and go to Vegas to play slots for 2 years. I got lost on the way to the milk store. I'm sorry that I left, but I hope you can forgive me. I was definitely not gambling away anything. We're fine. It's all fine. Don't worry about it. Trust me. Just trust me. Just trust. All. See, I even brought you milk. You got milk. Here's the milk. Brought you a glass of milk from the store. Cherish it. What about blackjack then? I cannot comment on the blackjack. We are homeless now. We'll be fine, right? Yes, everything will be fine. You have the milk now. I wish. This makes me wish that I had an edit of myself inside a glass of milk so I could do like the like if you know Chibi Doki, the Chibi milk. The chilk. I love those. Yes, the milk is here. See, I brought you the milk. Don't worry about it. We're all fine. I know the name I can say is oh no, not the chilk. Yes. Drink the chilk, chat. Don't you want the chilk? Chibi made it just for you. Oh no, that's gross. No, we're stopping there. Chibi brought it just for you. I love Chibi. Chibi is amazing. We have talked for about as long as I played the game, I think, which is funny. But I'm glad we could have a nice conversation about horror and how I think horror nowadays needs to be better. Your milk, chat. You need strong bones. Drink your milk. Or rotate. Yeah, I'm glad we could have a nice conversation about what I think the horror genre needs more of, and why I think it's why I won't play a lot of horror games on stream, to be honest. So I think just a lot of them are very eh. It takes a kind of a special kind of horror game to make me want to play it. Like major mind scramblings. Well, I know two. They're both anime, but Madoka Magica, and these are both from what I've heard. I've not yet watched them. Madoka Magica and Serial Experiments Lain, which God, I'm watching that soon. See, Madoka Magica does two things. Like from what I've heard, and from the little bits I've seen, Madoka Magica does two things that I love in horror. It does that sort of mindfucky with it, and then it also has a horror in unexpected places, I guess is the way to put it. Like, you think it's a magical anime, and then psychological horror. I've heard Lain is amazing. To be honest, the reason I've been like super interested in Lain is because of Duvet, the But I don't like people to make every inocument. Yeah, that was a bad takeaway, but I think Madoka Magica does it in a good way. Maybe it's because it's sort of the original, but I like that. Like, I like the way it does it. I think the way that it kind of does that little sort of innocuous, like, you know, genre you would expect into something really dark. I think it does that really well. I think we've had a lot of other copycats of it that have not been able to replicate the same kind of thing, and it's sad. It is sad. Yeah, I've been super interested in Serial Experiments Lane because of the opening song Duvet. Especially the fact that Shiki Miyoshino of Prison Project proved it to us that you can mix Duvet with Dua Lipa's Levitating, and it's amazing. I posted that link in my Discord. It's amazing. Everybody should listen to that mashup. It's just flawless. Oh, this is gonna be a weird kind of thing to say. Another anime thing that does this sort of psychological horror stuff really, really well is ReZero. Not the entire ReZero, but like episodes, I think it's like episode 13 to 18. Where's season 1? Actually, I think it's episode 14. Episode 14 to about episode 18. For 5 episodes, ReZero becomes the greatest bit of psychological horror that I have seen in a long time. And then it's gone. Sadly. But those 5 episodes are truly fantastic. And they do it with music and visuals, as well as like really good writing. They like on all fronts, it is amazing. The author of ReZero might hate isekai'd. I don't know much about that author. I've only seen the anime. I've never read the light novels or anything, but those 5 episodes stick with me forever, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I adore it. I need to go and rewatch them sometime. I think that's all I had to bring up. Maybe we'll talk more about this tomorrow after milk outside a bag of milk outside a bag of milk. That is like from what I've seen a bit more of that game than I did of Milk Inside. That does even more with the like kind of psychological horror kind of stuff, and I really like it, so I'm super excited to kind of look at it more in depth. I think that's everything. Yes, I'm super excited to play it tomorrow. Let's pop over here. Where'd my mouse go? Need to remember to remove that milk PNG. Maybe I'll keep it for tomorrow. Who knows? Oh, that was super fun though. I very much liked how that told its story. And I like that a lot of it is left up to interpretation. Like, I mean, even just here, like, I had a different interpretation than Sorty had of the game, and I think that's great. But yes, tomorrow is even more milk, but this time it's outside. And you won't have to be, like, deciphering, Rorschach tests to see the images in that game. So that's a plus. Though the images in this game did do a really good thing for the horror, I have to say. Oh, but that's it though. It's a very simple game, inspires me to try. Yeah. Oh. I have always thought about doing that. I've just never pink pixels go brrr. I did have kind of think about doing something like that, but I realized that before even like writing a visual novel, I'd like to write more of a story. Story writing for me is an interesting thing. My creative mind does not always work the best, so. Like, you've seen, I've posted 2 different lore stories. Both of those came to be developed in, like, a day. Because I just, like, had a strike of inspiration. I kind of just made it from there, but... I do desperately want to be a better writer. I have a wonderful friend who is an amazing writer with so many amazing characters that he's made. And I am incredibly envious and in love with the way he writes characters, and especially the way he writes dialogue. I feel like writing character dialogue is maybe the biggest flaw in my own writing, and he does it masterfully. What do you give me thoughts? I'm glad that what I could say could be something fun. Maybe it was good to get it out of the way today, because I think tomorrow will be there's a bit more to milk outside than there is to game, because you should have 3 achievements, 2 different kinds of endings. Character dialogue is hard. I immensely respect people who can write it very well. So, with that was our first horror game of the week. We've got 2 more. I'll pop the schedule back up. Boom. Milk. Outside a bag of milk, outside a bag of milk tomorrow. 7 p.m., so same time. I promise I won't. I'm not going to promise. I probably won't fall asleep again. Maybe. And then Sunday, we'll be playing Corpse Party. At least, well, I do have 4 of the Corpse Party games. I would like to play them all. Maybe. Maybe I won't fall asleep before stream. Maybe. It's fun though. I very did much enjoy this. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Yeah, Corpse Party hard. I hope you enjoy the title and description combo on that video as well. I'm very proud of it. I was also proud of just a more off topic. For my 3 episodes of Shizune's Root and Kata with Shoujo, I was very proud of my descriptions on those ones. I thought it was very funny. A fun little note for anybody who checked those. But anyway. That's all I got today. We'll look at more milk tomorrow. Oh my god, I'm congested again! I will try not to make congestion noises in the mic. I can't imagine it's fun. That's all I got. If you enjoyed the stream, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, hit the bell, fun stuff like that. Like I said, next stream will be tomorrow, 7 p.m. CST. Follow me on Twitter, you can see updates on that one. Lactose intolerant. Oh no! The lactose has got... I'm not actually lactose intolerant, though. Follow me on Twitter for updates on streams and whatever. Discord to get stream notifications and talk with everyone. We have fun in there. Not the most active, but I have fun. I have fun posting all my stuff. And I like hearing what everyone else has to say about it. So join that if you'd like. Follow me on Twitch for Gorilla streams, maybe this week. I'll see what I'm doing on Friday and or Saturday night, but who knows? And yeah, I hope you have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, or night, whatever time of day it is for you. I hope you are safe and I hope you're well. I hope you had a great time today, and I hope to see you again in the next stream. Otsuhyo, everyone. Bye-bye.